Hi, I'm Holly. Welcome back into my kitchen. We've kind of been in another room lately, but today we're in the kitchen. And today I want to talk to you about how to break your stall while you're working on healing your frame. So I am meat-based, carnivore, keto, whatever you want to call it. That's what I am. And I'm healing my autoimmune body. And I'm losing weight. And I'm getting to places I haven't seen since the mid-1980s. I'm so excited. So anyway, I'm here to give you some ideas of how to do a high-fat carnivore day or a high-fat carnivore several days to break your stall. So what's going to happen when you shift your fat up and you drop your protein down? You're going to make ketones, which are going to make you feel euphoric. You're going to have energy out the wazoo, but you're going to break your weight loss stall. I had a stall for 4 months. Didn't move one way or the other, 4 months. Now, this is not the only thing that solved it. I did something else called a modified Lion's diet. Yes, I named it because it's mine. Nobody else is doing it. I haven't heard of anybody else doing it. But let's stick with high-fat carnivore to break a stall. That's why we're here. So I have several things that I'm doing that's working for this. But the point is you're going to get 90% of your calories on your high-fat carnivore days from fat, butter. We always have one block underneath. Well, we have another one. They're always on the counter. Kerrygold, my favorite. I did try the Kirkland one for a while, but they quit carrying it for a couple months, and then I started using the Kerrygold, and I was like, why did I switch? I like the Kerrygold better. And that one's 100% grass-fed. Egg yolks, not the egg whites, egg yolks. We're going to put them into a recipe. So let me just talk a little bit further about high-fat carnivore. Where did I learn about this? Who did I hear talking about this? How did I discover this? I was praying. If you haven't known that, I am basically, the widow demanding. I want healing. So I am that widow. I'm not a widow, actually. But the Lord actually, thought that was pretty amazing that the widow was demanding her rights, and she got them. She was persistent, the persistent widow. So I am the persistent Holly girl. I know who my dad is. And so I call on him to help me. So yeah, I'm in the middle of a 4-month stall, and I wanted to see this mountain move. So I started researching and studying, and the 2 people that I found the most helpful were Kelly Hogan, and because she has lots of people in her group, because she does lots of coaching groups and stuff like that. I might do that one day. We'll see. I kind of coach already one-on-one. She has people that have really great ideas. So she interviewed one of those people. I'll see if I can find that video and I'll put it below. If I can't, just put Kelly Hogan in and how to break a weight loss stall, and you'll get some stuff. The other person I really, really like is the ketogenic woman. She's my age, my stage, and she's been after her healing journey like I have for a very long time. So her journey has not been fast. Mine hasn't been either. But we've stayed the course. And so she put out a high-fat carnivore top 5 things that she does. Now, I didn't like all of them, but I liked quite a few of them. And I modified them, and I thought, well, let me make this work for me. So that's what I'm going to jump in here. But I also want to give a shout out. We've got a few videos. I'm going to put links down below. Rachel will we'll see, put a little picture of it. But basically, we have pork belly fries, beef trimming fries we don't have a video for, but you can put them in your air fryer. And you can check out the ketogenic woman's on her top 5 carnivore. I'm going to put that because I want to give her a shout. She's awesome. She's got a really big channel, so she doesn't really need a shout out from me, but I like her a lot. So I'm going to tell you how I've been incorporating on my high-fat days, high-fat carnivore days, what I am doing. I love a collagen fatty latte. And if you know anything about Dave, I can't pronounce his last name, Asprey, I think Aspry. He's the dude that developed in his longevity group. If you follow him a bit, you'll hear his whole story, where he made bulletproof coffee. So I kind of took that years ago and I tweaked it. So I have a collagen fatty latte video, but this one's going to be a dangerous coffee collagen fatty latte. So I actually made some, actually my daughter did, because she's the coffee girl in the house. So I just pushed that down. This is a French press. It's stainless steel. It's double walled, so it's really great, so it stays warm. It's been sitting in there for right about 4 minutes now. So now I'm pressing it down. I'm gonna keep it closed because I want it to stay hot because we're not ready for it. So that's done. It's waiting on me. But anyway, I do have a video already talking about collagen fatty lattes, but this one's going to be for my high fat days. So what am I going to do to amp this up? Now, you may look at this and go, this is horrifying. This is going to hurt you. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I have gotten rid of my fatty liver disease. I used to have a hepatic crease. It's a liver crease from here to here. It's gone. Guess when it went away? When I went high fat carnivore. Dr. Barry, he's awesome. He's got videos that talk to you about how to heal your liver on a high fat carnivore. He didn't say high fat. He always means high fat on a carnivore diet. So I have healed my non-alcoholic fatty liver disease by doing high fat carnivore. Go figure. So now if you're focusing more on protein and not so much on fat, guess what protein does inside your body when you consume more than what you need? It converts to ding, 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 glucose. We don't want glucose because glucose triggers an insulin response. So you might as well have had a baked potato with your steak. So don't overdo the protein. Now, how do you figure that out? Dr. Elizabeth Bright is brilliant. I'm going to put a picture of her book here, maybe, but I'll definitely put the link down below. But she has a book that says good fat is good for you. And she explains the same thing. So does Bob Briggs. And if you haven't heard of him, he's Butter Bob. He's famous. He's got millions of views. He doesn't put anything up. He's still thriving. He's still amazing. Somebody actually put some kind of a thank you post up, and somebody reached out to me and said he died. And I'm like, are you kidding me? No, he didn't die. And I did research and I'm like, no, that was just a dude saying, hey, he hasn't been on here in forever, because he said all he said. It was kind of like Forrest Gump. I said all I got to say, now I'm done. So he was done. He's like, well, I'm not trying to build an empire. He said, I'm just trying to save lives and tell people butter makes your pants fall off. He's got a cute little song that somebody made for him. So we're gonna wear out some butter and some egg yolks, and we're gonna make a high fat collagen fatty latte. This is how I am primarily, and I've got one other trick. So I have two things besides beef trim fries and pork belly fries. I'll put a link down below on that one, but this is how I'm primarily doing it. So now what I am doing is I am putting collagen in mine. So we're gonna put our collagen in here, and we're just gonna jump right on in. So I'm putting at minimum 2 tablespoons of collagen. You can totally go up to 4. When I make my husband his collagen fatty lattes, I do his high fat. He doesn't get enough fat in through his diet, so this is the easiest way for us to get that in. So I'm putting 2 scoops of that in, and now I am going to add my hot coffee, and this is called DangerCoffee. I just started drinking it. Hold on, I'm gonna get there. There's the arrow. And I'm putting in right about 10 ounces. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give that a little gentle buzz so that I don't have to mess with making sure there's no lumps. Okay, that's done. So it's coming back because now I'm going to add 3 egg yolks, and I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup or more of heavy cream. This is raw heavy cream that we get from our farmer up the road. And then I'm gonna add a big lug of grass-fed butter. It's gonna be so good. So you're not going to taste the egg yolks. The hot water is going to, well, let me take these out because I'm going to save the egg whites. So I'm going to put it in our cottage cheese wraps. So there goes, I should move that out of the way. There goes my first one. And this is how I do it. You can do it with your hand. I'm not doing it with my hand personally. And that's my first egg yolk. That's going in. My next one's going in. And I'm gonna go quick. I have backyard chickens, so aren't these colors gorgeous? Yep, and it's okay if you get a little white in, it's not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna start moving that because I don't wanna cook those. And then, yes, my last one. I move a lot faster if I'm not looking in a camera, right? So, okay, there's that last one. Good job, Holly, you didn't bust it. Whoop, whoop. And in we go. Now I'm buzzing that just because it's causing a light pasteurization. I'm gonna get me a little bit of a towel so I'm not all drippy for the rest of this. Okay, isn't that nice? It's foamed up. So now I'm gonna add my big chunk of butter and cream. And I add monk fruit drops. You can add whatever sweetener, or you don't do any sweetener. Totally fine. Now, I did mention this was dangerous. So, Dave Asprey. All right, and then I'm putting in a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. I actually am only measuring this for your benefit. I do not measure heavy cream. I find it to be a superfood and very healing. And then I put in about 7 drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, of organic monk fruit. We're gonna blend, and this hot little mama is done. And in the mug it goes. Be still and know that I am God. All right, quick taste. Amazing. You do not taste the egg yolks. It's beautiful. It's heavy, creamy loveliness, but it doesn't feel heavy. You know what I'm saying? This is a meal replacer. So this is my first meal of the day around 11 o'clock. Delicious. But the coffee, I'll put the link below. It's his new product. He doesn't work with bulletproof coffee anymore. Won't go into all that, but it has minerals worked into the coffee, and it has electrolytes. So we're experimenting with it. Delicious. Okay, now we're gonna move on to my second tip. And my third tip was pork belly fries and all of that. So let's get all this out of the way, and let me just pull up what I need. No, we're not doing a lot of editing these days because I'm working on books, and editing takes a lot of time. So, pardon the eggshells. We'll move them out of the way a little bit there. And another little towel. All right, so this is Dr. Elizabeth Bright's little trick. Now this is Kerrygold. This is the last of it. I get it from Costco. That's the cheapest place to get it. This is the finished product. Yeah, I'm trying to make this. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is cut 2 slices. And my goal is to get about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces. That's what she recommends for women. But what she does, which is delightful. So when I have my cutting block out, I'll go ahead and do enough for today, right now. And then I'll just put myself one in the fridge when I'm ready for another snack. Now, I don't always eat all the pieces of the cheese. Let me get my butter out. But I do eat all the butter, always, 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 always. So our butter is always soft. It's always sitting on the counter. And I'm just smashing it up a little bit here. And you can add anything more you want to it. But all you're gonna do is dip your cheese in your butter and eat it. Do this once. My husband thought that was disgusting. And then he tried it once, months after I started doing it. And again, this is Dr. Elizabeth Bright's tip, not trip. Wait, one more bite. Okay. So that's another high-fat meal. I don't do that more than once in one day because I don't do a ton of dairy, but this is a raw cheese. It's grass-fed. It's good for women, and good fat is good for women. Okay, I should set this down so I can keep talking. Okay, so the other thing I do is I do pork belly fries and beef trimming fries. Now, my family loves the pork belly, and I've got the video for that, so it will be down below. And you can check out my playlist for carnivore. All that's there, nice in a nice little tidy spot. But it's basically you're eating fat that's been fried. It's wonderful. Great way to incorporate more fat. Now, a lot of people do pork belly a million ways. I slice it really small, and I do the beef trimmings the exact same way. The beef trimmings you can do in your cast iron skillet like we do our pork belly fries, but you can also put your beef trimmings in your air fryer. Wonderful, and the whole house smells amazing. So I buy beef trimmings from the butcher for $2 a pound. Sometimes you can get it a little bit cheaper. It's that time of year where people are hunting, so you're not gonna find it as easily. So I stocked up my freezer with about 10 pounds. So that's it. You just cut them in little pieces, pop them in there until they're crispy, and I go until they're crispy. And there you go. You've got some nibbles, and I'm eating about 4. I just eat when I'm hungry, so I don't really worry about how often if I'm hungry, I eat. And this is my high fat days. I'm trying to get 3 of those in a week. Why am I doing that? It moved my stall. I was losing 1 pound about every 6 weeks. Now I'm losing about 1 pound a week. I only have 20 left for my goal. Now I may go lower, who knows? I don't care. I mean, whatever. I mean, if I go lower, great. But I am ketovore, so I do a few carbs a day, not a lot. I'm averaging about 15 most days. Some days higher, some days lower. You know, it's not a rule, it's not a club, it's not a religion. We're about to heal this beautiful body that the good Lord designed. So that's it on my high-fat carnivore video. I hope this was helpful. I hope it gives you hope. And I hope you give it a try. And if you do, come back and let me know what some of your tips are. I want to hear from you. Talk to me, because if you talk to me, guess what I do? 100% I answer all my comments. Even when I was on our friend's channel and some of my videos hit 1 million views before YouTube decided they wanted to censor me. And I answered 100% of those comments. It was challenging. I mean, if you have a video that's got 1.7 million views, you're a little busy. So I don't think we'll be there anymore. Not on YouTube. They might. Who knows? We're whistling for 4 million subscribers. So share our content. And, you know, try and hit the notification bell. See if it works. But below is a link to our website. That's how you stay in touch with us. And also below is a link to our private mentoring group. There's no charge. There will never be a no charge. There'll never be a charge. I think a worker's worth their wages. But I'm a one nurse. Oh, by the way, I'm an RN. I've been yelling from the rooftops how to heal. I have not had the full download, but let me tell you, my toolbox is looking really amazing here lately. And I believe that within the next year, all my goals are going to be met. I'm 100% pain-free. I mentioned that? I didn't mention that in this video. I've been pain-free now for 12 and a half weeks. I sleep straight through the night. I don't wake up at all anymore. I used to wake up 1 to 2, sometimes 3 times a night with swelling and going to the bathroom or pain. And I have slept straight through the night for over 12 weeks now. So I might not keep tracking how many weeks, because now this is my new normal. So I'm so excited. I have a workout routine. So if you want to have an over 50, gentle, kind, loving workout routine of how to start strengthening your body when you start getting energy like I do. My energy is out the wazoo. Ask my kids. I run circles around them now. So I am so grateful to the Lord. He has ordered my steps, and he has heard the cry of this persistent widow. And I'm not a widow. I am a daughter of the King. I am beloved, treasured, seen, fought for. And he hears my cries and he's answered them. But he told me my primary calling is to get you, the bride of Christ, off-grid medically. And when he first gave me that calling and he said, that's your primary calling, I want everything you do from now on to stay centered on that. And I looked into the heavens and I said, Lord, I'm not off-grid medically. Could you start with me? I know a lot. You've taught me a lot. And then it was just months later when he gave us the anti-inflammatory miracle. And guess what? That is the name of the next book. The Ark of Natural Remedies is the name of the series. And book 2 will be the anti-inflammatory miracle. The healing is in the fat and the meat. God bless you. Thanks for dropping in.